Hey, this is Review Hunter, and I'm back again, guys. I just finished up watching the latest episode of My First Girlfriend Is a Gal, and it's the final episode. And it seems that this show is over. This season actually surprised me with quite a few shows that were way better than I thought that they were going to be. And this is, I think, one of the best shows, and part of the reason why this is the only show I reviewed this season. I plan on getting back onto reviewing more shows, but anyway. In this final episode, you see the main character really step up and do what he has to do to protect his girlfriend from these guys who are taking advantage of her gullibility. As you see, Junichi basically is hearing these guys talk about his girlfriend from across the bar, and you know, these are the very guys that he got into an argument with his girlfriend about. You know, him feeling like he was inadequate, him feeling like he was weak and unattractive compared to these guys, and his girlfriend going out and hanging out with them because she knew them from middle school. And so, you know, they had a falling out about it, and he was sitting in the cafe, and Ranko comes in. She's upset because Yame is crying because she doesn't understand what's going on between her and Junichi. And so basically, Junichi's been doing a lot of soul searching and trying to figure out, you know, how he feels about Yame-san, how she feels about him, and how he needs to change moving forward if they're going to work out. And as soon as he comes to a decision within himself about, you know, doing what's best for him and Yame-san, he ends up hearing a group of guys actually talk about how his girlfriend was a slut and how she has a nice body, and after he gets finished with him, he's going to pass her around to all of his friends. And so he does what a real man would do. He gets up and he runs over and he gets the record straight. He's like, I'm not going to let you talk about my girl like that, and if you got something to say about Yame-san, then, you know, we're going to have it out right here and now. And so they take it outside, and a fight breaks out between this cool guy and Junichi. And Junichi throws a punch when this guy is sitting there talking. And I love that because I don't understand how people sit around and wait for someone to throw the first punch or let them power up or let them get ready to fight. No, if you're talking junk about my girl and you're standing right here and you think you can close your eyes and laugh like it's all good, I'm going to throw a hook and you're not going to see it coming because you underestimated me, and that's not my fault, it's yours. So Junichi pretty much attempts to do this. Unfortunately, it doesn't turn out well for him because the guy is able to somehow dodge him with his eyes closed. I don't know how he did. Guess he heard him moving. And then he comes through with a flying knee and kind of sends him to the ground. But then Junichi tackles the guy to the ground and starts biting his leg and refusing to let him go until he takes back what he said about Yame-san and promises to never go near her again. And of course, instead of doing that, the guy calls in the rest of his goons to jump Junichi and beat the crap out of him for a little bit. Meanwhile, Junichi's friends and Ranko are standing in the background, letting him have his moment to really show his resolve to fight for his relationship, which is actually what he needed to do to come around to his true feelings within himself and to prove that to Ranko, Yame-san's best friend. And so everyone jumps in and it becomes like a royal rumble, and Junichi goes off to try to find Yame-san and straighten out the situation. And his friends really go to bat, and the pedophile guy in this character in this anime tries to redeem himself, even though I don't think you can really redeem yourself from being so pedophilic. Anyway, you know, I think the anime could have done without him. He's the only place where I say the anime kind of pushes the envelopes a little too far. Take the censorship away as far as us being able to see the girls and see like all of the scenes without clouds or images obstructing the view, so that I can enjoy the fan service, but at the same time get this pedophile character out of this story, like write him out, replace him with another form of comedy, you know, if he's the comic relief person, if that's his purpose. But anyway, back to what I was saying. In this episode, he kind of goes ballistic after this cool guy, you know, as he's running away and trying to escape, and knocks over this little kid. This little girl falls to the ground and starts crying, and the pedophile character kind of goes down and he's like, well, you know, excuse me for touching you, young lady, but, you know, are you okay? Everything's gonna be all right. And he consoles her, and she stops crying, and she goes back with her mom and everything, and that's cool. And then he gets up angry, and he's mad because this guy dared to defile one of these children and hurt her. in some way. And so he turns into almost like how Choji eats a food pill and he turns into like a monster or whatever. And they basically beat the crap out of these guys. I don't want it to make this video run too long, so I'm gonna wrap it up. Junichi goes and he waits behind the school, and he finally does what he should have done in the first place. He gives a genuine, heartfelt apology and a genuine, heartfelt confession of his love and adoration for Yame-san. And because of that, you know, they finally able to start their relationship off on a mutual footing. And they go on a really long, extravagant date, and at the end they actually share a kiss, and that's pretty much how the anime wraps up. And you know, and so basically I do think that it's very good to have an anime like this in a season where there's not a lot going on. You know, you got Dragon Ball Super, you have a couple of other shows, My Hero Academia, you know, and then you got some filler anime in there. And there's a lot of shows out that I don't watch, but this is definitely right up my alley. It was a great watch. I would give this anime a 4 out of 5, maybe, you know, something that's really entertaining to watch. If you didn't see this show this season and you're liking what I'm saying about it, go ahead and check out My First Girlfriend's a Gal. It's actually one of the more entertaining shows this season. It give you a great laugh, and it's just a feel-good vibe to it all. So this is Review Hunter, and I'm out.